Guten Tag zusammen, that is to say, good day everybody, depending on when you're watching this broadcast. Alright, my name is Oma Akatugba. I'm a Nigerian, I'm an international football broadcast journalist. I want to discuss a very interesting topic, a topic that is popular all over the world. It's about being black in Germany. Okay, and that's why quickly I've decided to put on a black jacket, black cardigan, black glasses, and of course black wristwatch to signify the theme of my discussion. Alright, straight to the point of discussion. A lot of people, black people in Germany, I've got different, experience, different different encounters as regards living in Germany as black people. I'm going to be talking from my own personal experience and of course my own idea, my own understanding of how Germans relate to black people. You compare it with your own experience and of course make your submission. First thing first, it's all about how black people say that Germans look down at black people when they see them. What I like to say is this. First and foremost, it depends on where you live. It depends on which part of Germany you live. And of course, I also want to say that it's difficult to conclude that they are rude when they stare at you. First thing first, I live in a village, in a remote village, in the north part of Germany. And in this part of the country, you hardly find black people. So it is normal when a white man suddenly sees a black man in a remote village where you only have, in fact, conservative Germans, not just Germans, conservative Germans. They are curious, they are surprised. So they begin to wonder, what is this guy doing in this village? Who is he? What has he come to do? So out of that curiosity, they stir and they begin to ask themselves so many questions. And I've come to understand that it's not racism or it's not being rude. They're just wondering who you are, what you are doing, around a place where you find predominantly, Germans. And, I've gone around Germany as a football journalist. I've gone across the country attending, big football matches. And I've gone to big cities. And I've come to understand that it's totally different in big cities, where they are used to seeing black people. They see black people almost every day. So it is not common. It is not uncommon for them to see a black person. So the way the Germans relate with you in the village, or the way they stare in the village, is not the same way they stare in big cities. So I've come to understand that it is not about racism or being rude. They are just wondering who you are, where you come from, what you are doing in their village. Another interesting part though is the kids. When they see you, they immediately tap their mom and go like, "Mommy, look at this black person." Because for them, it's interesting to see somebody of a different race for the first time. So they are kind of, curious and excited, together. So, kids are very real. Kids don't pretend. When kids see something, interesting and surprising, they react and they don't hide their reaction. I've experienced many cases where a young child of 12 or 14 will see me, and the next thing she will tap her sister and say, "Look at this black guy, look at this black guy." Initially, I used to find it rude and condescending, but I've come to understand that it's just for them some kind of excitement. Let's paint a scenario. Wherever you live in Africa, maybe in a deep village, you know how the villages are in Africa, and suddenly you see a white person. You must feel strange, and you must be asking yourself questions. And in that moment, you begin to stir, and it looks like if the white person doesn't understand, he will misinterpret it as being rude or being racial. I'm talking about racism generally. I have come to understand and I've come to realize from my personal experience, that Germans are not as racist as people think they are. There have been preconceptions about Germany being a racist country because of the era of Adolf Hitler. I think that era is gone, and Germans have come to embrace the world. You look at the current rate of refugees in Germany. You must know that Germany has accepted over 1 million refugees. No country in the world has opened their arms to refugees as Germany have done. And of course, that tells you that it's not a racist country as you have been told to understand. And from my own personal experience, cumulatively, I've lived in Germany for 2 years. I started visiting Germany in 2012, and of course, I came finally to settle here after studying the country and realizing that there are a lot of opportunities in this country. Now, I've had positive experience, I must say, positive experience. All the places I've gone to, people that I have met, at first, they are wary of a black person. There's no doubt about that. And would you blame them? No. Let me give you the reason why. A lot of my black brothers in Germany, they come to this country, and instead of them to follow due process, learn the language, learn a trade, go to school, or do something positive, they want to jump the gun and become millionaires overnight. Where Germans are working tooth and nail. Germans work their ass off, to earn a living. And they see Africans who come to Germany to seek asylum living living like rascals, because most of them don't want to follow the process. They don't want to go to school, they don't want to learn a trade, they don't want to work. So they want to make money through crooked means, selling drugs, doing internet fraud. These have given the black community in Germany a very bad image. So when a German comes across a black man, the first thing he thinks about is drug, asylum seeker, and of course, internet fraudster. But the moment you introduce yourself and you talk to them, they realize that you're different. They become open and they begin to open up to you. So they are not very unfriendly. They are not very racial. They are just very careful with black people because of their experience. And you also know that a lot of black people have messed up many German women, all in the name of getting papers. They make children with these Germans, and the next moment they are away because they've gotten a paper. They abandon their children who now grow up without fatherly care, who now grow up without complete parental care. And you see these children, the moment they see a black person has grown up, what comes to mind is this guy is just like my father who ran away. This is what I'm seeing. So you need to understand their own worries as well, before you conclude, and say that they are this, they are that. I have come to understand that Germans are private, Germans are reserved. They like to keep to their lane. They are not very, very warm, but they are quite civilized. They are very friendly, and they are very, very helpful. From my own understanding, I am saying, I don't know what your experience have been, but I think that from my experience, it's been positive, and it's been a good experience in this country. I know a lot of black boys in this country. They are refugees according to the German system. They are given support to live. They are paid to go to school, but some of them will not go to school. They sell drugs, and when you see them on the street, they look very clean. They dress very expensively. How do you want the German who works his ass off, pays his tax to feel when he sees, in quote, a refugee looking like a pop star? Some of these are the things that sends the very negative message across to these people about black people. Brothers and sisters, blacks, we must comport ourselves. We must carry ourselves with pride. We must respect ourselves because we are in their country. If you live in another man's country, you must follow the rules and regulations. You must follow due process. You must abide by the laws of the land. Otherwise, you'll be regarded as an outcast. That is the main reason why Germans are beginning to ostracize black people, because of the fact that majority of black people are known for negative things more than positive things. I've been in this country less than 5 months officially. I've been in the papers. I've been in the papers for positive reasons, because they have come to see that this is a different black person. This is a black man who has got a vision, who understands where he's going. So I urge every black person, if you are coming to Germany to live, you must prepare to follow the process. It takes time, but the moment you follow the process, learn a trade. That's what you call Ausbildung. It's training, vocational training. Whatever you want to do, they will give you the chance to go for training. Go to school, study the language is important. That's what helps you to integrate into the system. That's what helps you to get into the country. If you study the language, you begin to communicate, and that helps you to get along with life. And whatever you want to do, do it. Germans will give you the opportunity if they see that you are focused, you are direct, you are disciplined, and you are straightforward. Look at the Germany as a whole. You know that there are a lot of footballers who play for many clubs in Germany. If they are a racist country, they will not allow that. Look at the German national team. You've got even black players. Gerard Asamoah is purely black. He's not of a mixed race. He played for the German national team. Patrick Owomoyela, who has a Nigerian, is of Nigerian descent. He played for the German national team. And of recent, you have Jerome Boateng, who plays for the German national team. Let's talk about other areas. The general manager of the under-23 team of a big club in Germany is a black man. He's African because he went to school, he prepared himself, he got the chance. In the German parliament, you've got 2 black people who were voted into parliament in 2013. Imagine that. That is talking about people running the affairs of the country. 2 black men are part of this group. So if these people are racist, they will not even vote for a black man to get the chance to sit in the highest office or in the highest authority of the country. My brothers, blacks, get off this victim mentality of, oh, they don't like black, oh, they hate us black, oh, they are not nice people. When you come to Germany, and instead of you to follow the right process, you want to jump the gun and cut corners, and after 10 years you are frustrated because you did not follow due process, you begin to blame the Germans for your misfortune. Instead of blaming yourself for not following the process, you begin to call Germans racist and call them names. If they are racist in the first place, they will not allow so many refugees from Africa who come and claim to be asylum seekers for the wrong reason, yet they still pay you, they send you to school so that you can integrate and start a new life. But a lot of you will not. You rather want to cut corners, and at the end of the day, you become frustrated. What I'm saying in essence is that, there are bad people everywhere, there are good people. So it is very premature to conclude that Germans are racist, especially when you've never been to Germany or when you've never lived in Germany for up to 2 to 3 years. My conclusion as an individual is that Germany is a very open country. They are very friendly. As of recent, I'm not talking about the past. As of now, they are very welcoming. They are very civilized. They are very helpful. And of course, if they see that you've got something to offer, they open their doors and they support you. Definitely, there are racists everywhere in the world. Even in my country, Nigeria, there's what you call tribal discrimination, where one man looks down on you or talks down on you because you are not of the same culture. So how much more a white man who doesn't even understand who you are, who doesn't know where you are coming from? So we must begin to open our minds and disabuse our minds of this perception and preconception that allows us not, that affect our progress when we're in Germany. If you live in Germany, you must understand that they have their custom, they have their system. You must follow due process instead of ostracizing yourself by living with your mentality from Africa. So this is my message, and I think that being black in Germany, yes, it's challenging. Yes, you are a minority, so you must fight extra hard. But if you know what you are doing, you will succeed, just like the many people I mentioned in the federal parliament, in football teams, on television, in newspapers. There are black people in police. There are black people who are doctors in Germany. I know a doctor in Germany. He's a cardiologist. He's a black. He's from Nigeria. So there are a lot of black people doing good things in Germany. So if you are one of the black people from Africa, get off this victim mentality and begin to make progress. So I hope you've enjoyed my broadcast on being black in Germany. This is just a short part of this topic. As time goes on, I'll be releasing more and more videos about being black in the Federal Republic of Germany. Please, you can place your comment under the video. You can criticize, you can make suggestions, you can add to what I've said. I mean, it's a free word, and of course, I'll be very happy to read your comment. Thank you for being part of this broadcast of being black in Germany, and I say continue to explore and continue to do great things wherever you are. Thank you.